One of the oddest casting choices in The Irishman, if you didn't know already that he's worked with Scorsese in the past in Gangs of New York and in fact played Al Capone in the Scorsese produced Boardwalk Empire, is Stephen Graham as Anthony Provenzano. If you watched the film going in blind or having seen him in Boardwalk, there probably wasn't any issue. In fact, as I thought was going to be the case based on his capabilities as an actor and his involvement in the movie's story based on the book and the script I read, he's arguably the standout actor aside from the big three in the film. Stephen Graham does really well in the film and it's quite a formidable performance, and you can really get a sense of Provenzano's personality come across. The reason why I say it's a weird casting is because you've got all these Italian American actors, some who even knew characters in the film, like with Joe Pesci saying he knew Tony Pro, and Bo Dietl saying he knew the likes of Fat Tony Salerno. There's a lot of casting, especially background actors, that feels very authentic. Italian Americans playing Italian Americans, that kind of thing. And then you've got the role of Italian American mobster Tony Pro, arguably the fourth main character in the film, and definitely one of the most important characters in the movie. And he's played by a British bloke, and not just a Brit, but a Scouser. And for those who don't know, a Scouser is someone who comes from the city of Liverpool. Scousers are known for their very strong, distinctive accent. Speaking as a Brit, I find it so hard to understand what a Scouser is saying. And when you take all of that into account, Graham looks so out of place in and amongst the likes of Pacino and Pesci. But you have to give him credit, he really did pull it off. He was one of the standout performers in the film. But it's quite funny, if you hear him speak, you'll be shocked at how different he sounds in real life. On a side note, I do think Stephen Graham did a great job as Pro. Don't get me wrong, I don't think there's flaws in his performances, but in a perfect world, he wouldn't be the guy I would have picked to play Provenzano in The Irishman. The man who I thought was perfect for the role, who unfortunately died before filming began, and we don't know whether he was ever considered to star in The Irishman, although I like to think he would have been in the film had he not passed away, and that man is Frank Vincent, the late actor known for his roles in Scorsese's Raging Bull, Goodfellas, Casino, and he's also very well known for his part as mob boss Phil Leotardo in The Sopranos. I think Vincent is an on-the-nose perfect casting as Anthony Provenzano. First of all, he's been in the same Scorsese films that Joe Pesci has been in, so if Pesci is a Scorsese regular, then so is Vincent. And in fact, Pesci and Vincent actually had a comedy and singing gig as a duo before they were discovered by De Niro and Scorsese. The point being, Vincent is part of the Scorsese mafia movie family. If The Irishman is a big reunion of mob movie actors, with guys like Harvey Keitel and Al Pacino in on the action, then Billy Batts definitely should have been in it. Pro is obviously also a very big role in the film, sharing many scenes with the main cast. He would have been the centre of attention more so than any previous Scorsese film. Provenzano was also supposed to be around the same age as Jimmy Hoffa as well, which would have made Vincent more age appropriate for the scenes he's in with Al Pacino, as in the film there is quite a noticeable difference between Al Pacino and Stephen Graham in age, especially in the "You're Late" scene. It just feels so much more right and authentic to have Vincent in there, in and amongst guys like Pacino and Pesci. It would have been an opportunity for him to get his last hurrah role, just like the rest of the guys did. He even looks like the real-life Anthony Provenzano, and he's brilliant at playing assholes that you just love to hate. It would have been a really great role for Frank Vincent to go out with, and it's a shame that it never materialized with his death. I'm sure if he was alive and healthy, Scorsese would have found a role for him in the film, and I can't see a more perfect part for the man to play than Anthony Provenzano.